Have you ever wondered why some Leos easily rise to the top of wealth and success, while others of the same sign struggle along their career path? Sharing the same zodiac symbol of strength and power, yet something as small as your birth date could make a huge difference. Leos are not born to play supporting roles. They are sent by the universe to step into the light, to be seen, and to inspire. But it would be a mistake to assume that all Leos are the same. Those born between July 23 and August 1, the first group of the Leo sign, carry the purest and most intense solar energy. They are the living embodiment of boldness, pride, and a refusal to live a mediocre life. If life were a stage, Leos born during this period would be the soul of the show. They don't just perform, they own the spotlight, captivate every gaze, and leave behind an unforgettable impression. It's no coincidence that this group often shows leadership potential early in life. From a young age, they tend to take initiative, seek recognition, and naturally lead others. Under the direct influence of the Sun, Leo's ruling planet, they possess an almost invincible energy, ambitious, decisive, and relentlessly forward-moving. They don't just aim for success, they want to become symbols of success. What sets them apart most is that they don't follow safe paths. They forge their own way, even if it's filled with challenges, because that's where breakthroughs are born. They refuse to work under someone else's command unless the reason is compelling. And they will never trade visibility for stability. To them, it's either the top or nothing at all. In their careers, this group thrives in fields that demand initiative, vision, and boldness, from running businesses and launching personal brands to performing arts or mass communication. No matter the path, they aim to lead, not just to shine, but to prove their true capabilities. What's most admirable is their unshakable spirit. The more pressure they face, the more they shine. The tougher the challenge, the greater their breakthrough. This inner fire makes them naturally influential, powerful CEOs, trend-setting creators, or political figures who command attention wherever they go. Financially, they have a natural magnetism for wealth, but for them, money is not the goal, it's a tool. They want to use it to live a memorable, admirable life, and they're not afraid to show it. Luxury items, high-end travel, rooftop parties. These are their silent ways of expressing status without saying a word. However, this strength can also be their trap. They earn quickly but also spend freely. They may be drawn to symbolic investments over long-term returns. They may fall for tempting promises of fast wealth without fully accounting for the risks. And while their income might be impressive, without a solid strategy, they risk losing what they build. So how can this Leo group achieve lasting prosperity? The answer lies in seeing finance as a long game. They need a well-structured financial plan, diversifying into real estate, long-term stocks, or personal brand ventures. Creative yet stable investments will help them transform their magnetic energy into a sustainable financial foundation. Personal branding, too, is an asset they must leverage. They have a rare ability to capture attention, gain trust, and attract interest. With the right image and persuasive communication, they can generate income streams from their name alone. But there's one crucial lesson: they must learn to manage their ego. Their intense self-belief can sometimes block constructive feedback. They may dismiss expert advice and make financial decisions based on emotion. To go far and keep what they earn, they'll need reliable mentors and a more open attitude toward feedback and correction. A smart strategy for this group is income diversification. Don't rely on just one stream. They can simultaneously run a personal brand, invest in tangible assets, and build digital products through tech platforms. Multiple channels will make them not just wealthy, but resilient. With sharp intuition, bold actions, and keen instincts, this Leo group has true potential to build a financial empire, not just for themselves, but for generations to come. Still, not everyone born to shine can keep the light burning. unless they have discipline, humility, and a clear plan. If you were born between July 23 and August 1, you hold the golden position on the astrological map. Use it wisely, with vision and direction. When you learn to manage your finances the way you command the stage of life, then wealth, recognition, and glory will naturally follow. If early Leos are like the dazzling sunrise, always eager to be seen and recognized, then mid-Leos, born between August 2 and August 11, are like sunlight spreading across everything, warm, adaptable, and always knowing how to shine at the right time, in the right place. They're not just leaders, they're individuals who inspire and constantly innovate. Influenced by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, growth, and opportunity, this group of Leos is blessed with a special kind of energy. An open mindset, an endlessly curious spirit, and a quiet kind of luck that helps them be in the right place at the right time. Unlike early Leos who assert themselves with bold action, mid-Leos take a softer, more refined approach. They don't need to shout to be heard, yet people always listen. They don't force others to acknowledge them, but still earn trust naturally. They choose connection over control. They choose creativity over repetition. This blend of Leo confidence and Jupiter's expansive energy gives them a significant advantage in making money, especially through new business models, emerging technologies, and booming industries. They're quick to catch on to trends and seize opportunities the moment they arise. If early Leos are the ones who build the kingdom, then mid-Leos are the ones who take that kingdom global. They also have exceptional communication skills. They know what to say, when to say it, and to whom. That's why they often thrive in fields like media, advertising, personal branding, creative arts, entertainment, or even tech innovation. Wherever there's a need for energy, breakthrough ideas, and the power to influence, these are the people who make waves. Not only are they good at earning money, they know how to make money work for them. They're not afraid to take risks if they see potential. They're willing to try new models, enter uncharted markets, and always have a backup plan if things don't go as expected. They're not tied down by traditional financial norms. They trust their intuition, and more often than not, it serves them well. However, this same flexibility can be a double-edged sword. Because they love experimenting and innovating, they sometimes lack the patience to stick with a long-term financial strategy. They can get swept up in exciting new trends that aren't sustainable, or chase too many ventures at once without a solid foundation. What they need isn't to suppress their creativity, but to anchor it with a more stable financial base. Interestingly, this group of Leos rarely spends money just to show off. They don't need a luxury car just to impress. They'll choose a limited edition, unique model with collectible value. They prefer investing in creative, personal experiences over material possessions. That could mean a trip no one's ever taken, a curated art installation, or an inspiring community project. For them, money is a tool to tell a personal story, not to copy someone else's. They also dislike being stuck in repetitive work. They need freedom, both in time and decision-making. This is why many in this group pursue independent businesses, work as creative freelancers, or become founders of highly personal projects. If they must work in a corporate setting, they'll seek to restructure it, improve processes, or quickly climb to a position where they can call the shots. However, in order to build lasting wealth, they must learn to be patient with the process. Some investments don't yield instant results. Some opportunities take time to blossom. They need to combine their flexibility with a financial system that is built to last, so they can not only make money, but retain and grow it. The smart strategy for this group is diversified income plus selective investment. They might simultaneously run a personal creative channel, invest in real estate, and participate in a rising digital platform. But whatever they do, it needs a clear plan, not one driven entirely by inspiration. When intuition is supported by data and strategy, they'll achieve a powerful leap forward. If you were born between August 2 and August 11, you carry a rare combination of Leo's courage and Jupiter's wisdom. You're not just capable of earning money, you can build an entire financial ecosystem that's colorful, creative, and free. Keep evolving, never stop refreshing your identity, and learn to be patient with a long-term vision. That's your golden formula to reach the radiant prosperity you truly deserve. If early August Leos shine like fireworks, those born between August 12 and August 22 resemble a smoldering flame. Not flashy, but steady and enduring. They don't need glitter to prove themselves. They only need the right timing, and they'll have everyone looking up. Ruled by Mars, this group of Leos possesses a rare combination of strategy and determination. They don't act on impulse. They plan ahead, know when to step back and observe, and only move forward when the time is truly ripe. They don't need immediate applause. They believe that success doesn't come from fleeting bursts of brilliance, but from consistent accumulation, calculated steps, and solid decisions. They can spend years quietly building wealth, then suddenly rise to the top, making everyone think it was an overnight success. In investing, they aren't lured by get-rich-quick schemes. They stay away from market hype and tempting shortcuts. They choose the safe path, backed by analysis, data, and practical insight. Whether it's real estate, long-term stocks, or family businesses, they invest with a far-sighted vision rather than chasing short-term gains. To them, finance is a discipline, and they possess a high level of it. They know how to stay composed during volatility, when to push forward, and when to pull back. As a result, their assets don't spike and crash, but grow steadily over time. This strategic mindset also shapes their careers. They dislike unstable jobs or temporary positions. They choose environments where they can commit long-term and leave a lasting mark. Many in this group become managers, financial advisors, executive directors, or the power behind successful brands. They're not fans of ostentatious displays. They spend not to impress, but to invest in the future. They might not buy a luxury car, but they'll buy land in an area set to soar in value over the next 5 years. To them, money is a tool to build, not to boast. However, their caution can sometimes cost them opportunities. They need to learn to be more flexible, to set aside a small portion of their resources for testing new models, new technologies, or emerging markets. If they can balance safety with innovation, they may achieve leaps forward while maintaining a solid foundation. One of this group's greatest strengths is their ability to stay calm and focused on the long game. They aren't swayed by trends or shaken by the market. Even if they take the long route, they're often the ones who arrive most securely. If you were born between August 12 and August 22, you are a natural-born financial strategist. You don't need to explode onto the scene. Just stay consistent with your plan, grounded in your steps, and bold enough to expand when the time is right. Do that, and you won't just be wealthy. You'll build a truly enduring financial legacy. Leo was not born to live an ordinary life. They carry within themselves the light of the sun, a symbol of power, confidence, and leadership. As the only zodiac sign ruled directly by the sun, their destiny is to shine, not to blend in with the crowd. But for Leo, wealth isn't simply about the balance in their bank account. True abundance is about having the freedom to choose, the power to take charge of their destiny, and the right to live in full alignment with their radiant nature. They don't chase safety. They crave leadership, innovation, and self-expression. Many of the world's most successful Leos are those who created their own rules. Entrepreneurs, artists, founders, people who never asked for permission to succeed. To them, money is a tool for building a personal empire. They're willing to invest in themselves, their image, and extraordinary experiences, not to flaunt, but to tell a story that sets them apart. However, to achieve lasting prosperity, Leo must look beyond how fast they can make money. When they learn how to preserve and grow their wealth over time, money stops being the destination and becomes part of the journey to the top, where they were always meant to be. Leo is often seen as the luckiest sign of the zodiac. But is that luck truly random? Or is it the result of how they live, always daring to dream, daring to act, and never stopping in their pursuit of greatness? Leo's luck doesn't fall from the sky. It comes from their decisiveness, courage, and unshakable belief in themselves. While others hesitate, Leo has already taken the leap. It's this strategic boldness that often allows them to seize opportunities first. They possess a natural magnetism that makes people listen and believe. What others label as luck is actually their inner influence, an aura that can't be replicated, a way of entering life with undeniable presence. However, because they trust their instincts so deeply, Leos can sometimes act without enough preparation. They might fall into risky ventures or become overly optimistic without weighing reality. But here's the truth: luck never truly abandons them. As long as Leo pairs their bold moves with intelligent strategy, luck stops being something to wait for and becomes something they ignite themselves, with the fire of their own willpower. Leo wasn't born for mediocrity. They came into this world to shine, to lead, and to write their own success story. So the question is, can Leo become a millionaire? The answer is absolutely, but not just because of luck, because of mindset, strategy, and an unwavering spirit. Leo has every quality it takes: charisma, decisiveness, leadership, and financial intuition. But to maintain wealth and grow it sustainably, they need three key pillars: financial discipline, diversified income, and long-term investment vision. Always remember, money is not the goal. It's a tool, a means to build the kind of life Leo truly deserves. If you're a Leo, trust your inner strength. Act with confidence, but also with calculated clarity. That's how you'll not only become wealthy, but build an empire that lasts far beyond the limits of one lifetime. Keep shining, keep building, keep ruling, and never forget, you weren't born to follow anyone. You were born to lead the way. If this message speaks to your energy, leave a comment below. I am a radiant Leo, born to lead and shine. No matter what day you were born under the sign of Leo, there is always a fire within you. The fire of a pioneer, the heart of a fearless soul, and the spirit of a world builder. Never be afraid to shine in your own unique way. Awaken your inner power. Dream without limits, and pursue greatness with everything you've got. To every Leo around the world, may you grow stronger, more successful each day, and be seen, truly seen for the brilliance you carry. Keep roaring, keep ruling, and I'll see you in the next video.